Hello, Anjani here, and this is another video from my bath time series. I want to talk about time and our concept of time and the way that we relate to each other and with the whole world around us based off of our idea of time. So, in my book, I have a section in here called Getting Intimate with Time. And in there, it sort of breaks down what we consider to be the past, what lives in the past, which is our karmic patterning, our conditioning, our programming, our lineage connection to our lineage line through our DNA and genetics, and then the middle, which is the present, where we have access to everything from here. And then there's the future, which is higher intelligence, technology, and all these other things. It's outlined really nicely in this book, and it's got a neat little diagram there if you can see that. I called it the evolutionary axis, and there's questions and ways in here for you to get really intimate with the way that you relate to time. What I want to talk about in this video is the way that we have different types of time. So your physical body has its biological time, the rhythms of your sleep, the rhythms, if you're a woman, your menstruation cycle. And I have a feeling that men have something similar. It's not the same, obviously men don't bleed, but I feel like they do have a similar pattern that they can connect with their body to really get intimate with their biological time, the rhythm of your physical body. For women, it's really easy. Even if you're not doing, I'm doing the temperature checking. I'm not trying to not get pregnant, not trying to get pregnant. I've been single for a really long time, but I still check my temperature every morning because it's a way that I feel close to my body and I'm understanding the patterns and the rhythms. And I recommend that women do that. Of course, it is helpful for family planning. It's an amazing way. But even if you're not doing family planning, still getting really intimate with your body's rhythm through doing the temperature checking and checking your cervical mucus and your, the feelings that you're having, cramps, and just whatever tracking it, paying attention to it, the very least, just paying attention to it. So biological time also is like when you feel like eating food, when you feel like taking a nap, when you feel like sleeping. And everybody has this, but I think a lot of people have forgotten about the biological time. And we have the mechanical time, which is our clocks and, spring forward, spring back, and the daylight savings time. And this is how we schedule our days and our lives. You have lunch between 12 and 1. That's when you eat. You get home from work around 5 or 6 and have dinner around that time. And then you go to bed 10 or 11. And this is very inorganic and really takes away your own relationship to your own rhythm, because you might not be hungry at 12, and you don't want to eat breakfast in the morning before you go to work. And that's, because we have a work schedule, 9 to 5, most people. And the whole idea is like, eat your food in the morning. I don't eat until 10 or 11. I can't imagine what that's, I know I've done it before when I was in the military, eat after I woke up and worked out, and 8 a.m. breakfast or 7 a.m. breakfast sounds like a nightmare right now. But getting, just first of all, we're just understanding biological time, mechanical time. The next layer is intergalactic time. Okay, so intergalactic time is like obviously between galaxies. The time that is bigger than what I can perceive at the moment, because I don't have a lot of data in my mental database about the movement between different galaxies and stars, and it's big for me. But that is another way of time and the movement of time. And Natural biological times. Okay, so now this is out, this I can relate to. The movement between the sun and the earth, the movement of the planets. Every time we have an equinox and a solstice, this sort of rhythm between the planets, I understand this. So we get to intergalactic, and it's like, here's us, and then there's all these other ones, and the measurement of the movement between all of those things is like way beyond my scope at this time. So anyway, natural biological time, the rhythms of the planets, the rhythms of the sun and the earth. So here, this is where I really want to encourage you, if you're watching this video, please get a moon calendar. A moon calendar will at least put you in a different mindset, because now the month isn't starting on February 1st or March 1st. So I just flipped my calendar up because it's a new moon today. And doing that really gets me, my body and my mind in a different rhythm, because now it's the new moon. I'm setting the seeds for my new intentions, and I'm in rhythm with the big moon, the moon in the sky. I'm in rhythm with my personal biological rhythm, my moon cycle. And I am also getting better at relating to everybody else on the clocks, meaning that I'm really good with a clock. Like, I show up to my appointments a little bit early. I do body work and all these things. It would be not good for me not to be there on time. So I do honor the clock. I honor that clock time, knowing in my body, knowing and intellectually knowing that this time on the clock is not real at all. It's a made up concept for us to be able to relate to each other and show up for each other at the times we say we're going to show up. So what you want to do is just look at your concepts of time. And the one thing that I really, really encourage is getting a moon calendar so that you can be in that rhythm, start to pay attention to the cycles of the moon, I feel like a lot of people are in rhythm with the cycles of the sun, because that is more, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe you're not in tune with what phase the sun is in. Getting in touch with the moon, because that changes every 2 days or so. And then getting in touch with your body's rhythm. This actually may be the most important thing. When you're hungry, you eat. When you're tired, you sleep. And if you're within this other framework of working 9 to 5, you have to find ways to make that happen for you. So my last year in the Navy, I was sort of having my awakening. That I got out in 2006. So in 2005, I started to sort of, it was like time started to stretch and bend, and my concept and reality to me was changing. So what I did was I still worked out in the morning. I didn't eat. I wasn't hungry. I'm not hungry in the morning, especially right after a good workout. It's not like I'm starving. It's like I'm thirsty and I want to drink water. So then what I did was just pack some snack, and I went to work and I ate the snack, small size, whatever. It's not like a snack. It's like a small meal. And I would take a little 5 or 10 minute break and eat that 10, 11 o'clock. And then again, on my lunch break, I didn't eat. I would go do something, run errands, take a little jog, visit my kids at daycare. I would do that sometimes, and then get back to work and have another little snack, and I would take a break and eat it some other time. People take smoke breaks all the time, and if you don't smoke, you can take a break and eat a snack, eat a little small meal, something like that. So there are ways to put your body first and get your body's rhythms into your regular day. So there you go, Concepts of Time. If you haven't got this book, I really recommend it, because it's something that the reason I wrote it is because there's no book that you can buy that's going to help you figure out yourself. You're going to read a lot of good material. I read all the time. I love reading. But the only way to truly learn about yourself this is a workbook. So there's prompts. There's a lot of information. It's not all just like you have to do stuff. but there is a lot of getting you involved in yourself, in your own process, figuring out your stuff. And people who are reading it now and who have given me feedback absolutely love it. It's a mind changer. It changes the perspective that you have of yourself in relationship to the rest of the world. So this book is called The Alchemy of Intimacy, the Love and Sexuality Workbook. So I highly recommend it. You can get it on Amazon. I'll post a little link for that there at the bottom. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, ask any questions, and I look forward to connecting with you soon.